Your mother's dishwasher is still running. Yours was designed to break. And the strange part isn't that yours won't last. It's that someone decided it shouldn't. In 1975, if you bought a Maytag dishwasher, you were buying a machine built the way machines used to be built. Thick steel tub, metal gears, a motor that weighed more than your suitcase. The parts were simple enough that a repairman, and every town had one, could fix it in your kitchen with a toolkit he'd owned for 20 years. Maytag knew this. They were so confident in how long their machines lasted that they built an entire ad campaign around it. The Maytag repairman, the loneliest guy in town. Nothing ever broke. He had nothing to do. That wasn't just clever advertising, it was true. The average life expectancy of a major appliance in the 1970s and 80s was somewhere between 20 and 25 years. Some families got 30, some got more. Your grandmother's refrigerator, the avocado green one, that thing is probably still running in somebody's garage right now. Quick pause. We make this show because we care about the things people used to do right. So it makes sense our sponsors do too. Captain's Krill Oil is run by somebody who refused to switch to the factory method. The whole industry uses chemical solvents now because it's faster. Captain still extracts krill oil mechanically, right on the boat, the way nature intended it. CaptainsKrillOil.com. Back in a sec. So, what happened? What happened was a very simple economic realization that manufacturers came to in the late 1980s and early 1990s. Durability is bad for business. If your dishwasher lasts 30 years, you buy one dishwasher in your adult life. Maybe two. That's not a business. That's a charity. But if your dishwasher lasts 7 years, now you're buying 4 or 5 over the same period. That's a business. So, the steel tubs got thinner. Then, they became plastic. The metal gears became nylon. The motors got smaller, lighter, cheaper. The control panels went from mechanical dials, which lasted forever because there was almost nothing to break, to digital touchscreens that fail when a single capacitor goes. And here's the part that really stings. They didn't stop being able to build the good ones. The engineering knowledge didn't disappear. They chose not to use it. Because a machine that lasts 30 years is, from a shareholder's perspective, a machine that fails to generate repeat revenue. The repair shops went next. And that was by design, too. This episode brought to you by Fifth Pour, where every bourbon bottle gets its story. Scan a bottle, read what other enthusiasts felt about it, and add your own. Every bottle has a story. Find them all at fifthpour.com. When manufacturers started sealing units, gluing instead of screwing, using proprietary fasteners, discontinuing replacement parts after 5 years, they weren't just making products harder to fix, they were making an entire profession obsolete. The repairman who could keep your dishwasher going for another decade, he can't get the parts anymore. The manufacturer doesn't sell them. The machine was designed to be replaced, not repaired. In 1980, there were tens of thousands of independent appliance repair shops across this country. Today, most of them are gone. Not because people stopped needing repairs, because companies stopped making repair possible. There's a word for what we had, and it's a word you don't hear much anymore in the appliance aisle: serviceability. It meant that when something broke, and everything eventually breaks, you could open it up, find the problem, and fix it. The manufacturer expected you to. They sold the parts. They published the service manual. Some of them printed the wiring diagram right on the inside of the machine's panel, because they assumed someone would need it eventually. That assumption, that someone would care enough to fix this, is the thing we lost. Not just the steel tubs and the metal gears. We lost the assumption that a thing was worth keeping. Now, I don't want to pretend the old machines were perfect. They were loud. They used more water. They were heavier than a small car. The 1975 Maytag was not a miracle of efficiency, but it was a miracle of intention. Somebody built it to last, and they succeeded. That wasn't an accident. It was a decision. The same way that building one to fail after 7 years is a decision. They knew how to build them to last. They just decided it was more profitable not to.